for a long overdue update. Life has been crazy. So I got my official LuLaRoe onboarding call on March 17th at about 6:25 Central Standard Time. So I just hoped and hoped that that was going to be the day. The end of the day came and I thought, nope, not going to be the day. I was very disappointed. And lo and behold, 6:25 they call. So it was a crazy phone call. My bank had not authorized that large amount of money to be withdrawn. So I was in a panic because I thought, oh my gosh, here they called. It's late on Friday. I'm going to have to wait until Monday now. So thankfully, LuLaRoe, the lovely lady that called me, gave me 15 minutes to figure it out. So during that 15 minutes, I was able to, I couldn't get a hold of my bank because they were closed. So that made it that much more stressful for me. But I was able to get the routing and account number that I need for them to process that as an ACH transaction. So that is a tip that I can give you for sure. Before you get your onboarding call, make sure your bank has authorized that transaction to come out if you're using a card, because don't let that happen to you, what happened to me. But I was able to place my initial onboarding order. I went with onboarding package number 1, and I added on plus sizes and pretty much everything. And then I added on one size leggings and tall and curvy leggings. I went on and did all of that up front. So literally as soon as I hung up with home office, I got on my computer and I placed that order right away. So at that point, it was official. I was excited, and I went on and I started booking things. My April is pretty full. Surprisingly, that's very exciting for me, but my April is full. So really from the time I got my onboarding calls when I really got serious about things. And I already had all of my supplies and everything I had prepared for that. But I really got serious on the business side of things. So my inventory arrived. Some people have said that your boxes come separately if you place an additional order. Mine came all at once. I had 10 boxes of LuLaRoe delivered to my doorstep almost exactly a week later. So I got that Friday the 24th around 2:30. And so, very excited. I opened up a few boxes to see what was in there, but I wanted to wait until my husband got home from work so he could help me unpackage everything, figure out how we were going to organize things, and start taking pictures. Well, in the meantime, I started getting phone calls and texts of people that already wanted to shop. Crazy. So as soon as my husband got home from work around 4 o'clock, we got started hanging things. We got everything but leggings hung in time for my first shopper to come at 6 o'clock. So my first shopper arrived at 6, and then another one came, and another one. So I had 3 shoppers on my first night within hours of having my inventory. And that continued into the next day. I wasn't planning on having my official launch until the following week, April 1st. But I had other people call me and ask me if they could come and shop on Saturday. So I let them, of course. So Friday and Saturday, and I had some decent sales just doing that. And I will also say in my initial inventory, I got 4 pairs of black tall and curvy leggings, which is pretty much virtually unheard of. So I had those sold completely within 4 hours of getting my inventory as well. Could not believe that I got black leggings at all, especially in tall and curvy. So Saturday, that was just a whirlwind as well. Then we started Sunday morning, the 25th, the 26th. Sunday morning, the 26th, we started taking pictures of our inventory. And I made a mistake. I thought, well, I'm just going to filter this inventory out. I'm going to post albums in one style every day. And so I did that for the first couple of days, and it just wasn't working for me because I feel like people didn't know when they were going to be done selling, but I'm going to backtrack before I get into the albums. I also, the weekend of the 24th and 25th, I did Facebook Live. So Friday, I had people stopping by to shop. Saturday, I had people stopping by to shop. And then I decided to test the waters with the Facebook Live. I just went for it on a whim, and it was so successful. I was shocked. It went on for about an hour and a half. I did it at 7 o'clock Central Time. I was not done until about 8:30. And I had a ton of sales in that Facebook Live. A ton of sales. I was like nervous at the end of it. Oh my gosh, I have no inventory. What am I going to do? So I learned quickly how to ship. I'm using stamps.com, and I've got my Dymo 4XL printer. So we put that to work Saturday night, the night after I got my inventory. So I honestly can't tell you the amount of items I sold those first 2 days, because it was just crazy, because I've got it written down somewhere, but I can't remember. So after that, to move forward with the album discussion, I decided I was going to just post a style a day. I didn't like it. People didn't know if they were going to be finished shopping or not. And I get that. I get that. And I feel like I wanted to kind of build up suspense, but that was not working. I should, if I had it all to do over again, I would have just posted my albums immediately and let them run for 24 hours or so and take them down. I ended up on Wednesday, I loaded everything. We hurried up and took all the pictures, and I loaded everything into Facebook albums on Wednesday, and I left them up for the rest of the week, which was okay because it was my first week, but I can't do that moving forward. We are using LuLaRoe, which is a lifesaver. A lifesaver. I highly recommend using LuLaRoe, if nothing else, than to just load your albums. But it's so beneficial in so many ways, as far as financial forecasting and reporting, seeing your sales, what you've done. I definitely recommend LuLaRoe. So if that wasn't crazy enough, I decided to sign up for a multi-consultant sale my very first week of being a LuLaRoe retailer. My upline is great, and we have our own huge multi-consultant sale. So I signed up for it. That was Wednesday night of my first week. So I loaded all my albums via LuLaRoe into our multi-consultant sale. There were Thursday. There were 68 other consultants in that multi-consultant sale with me. I had no idea what to expect, but I ended up selling 5 or 6 items, which I was thrilled with, because I really did not have to do that much work. I loaded my albums and I shipped the items out. So easy and exciting. So, the end of the week was very encouraging to me. The beginning part of my first week was really discouraging. It didn't feel right. I feel like I hadn't hit my stride yet. Didn't like the way my albums were going. My sales were very low. But when I kicked into that multi-consultant sale towards the end of the week, things really started picking back up. And when the multi-consultant sales started picking up, I felt like my album sales started picking up towards the end of the week as well. I think towards the end of the week, people are starting to think about payday and the weekend, and people are in more of a mood to shop, honestly. So Friday night came, I had more inventory, because I had to order more inventory after my busy first 2 days of being a consultant. So I rushed the order. Shipping wise, I would recommend it. It's $40 extra, but I would recommend rushing your shipping, because it's going to get here faster, and that's really important. So I rushed the order, got here Friday, hung it all up. We took pictures and got ready to roll for Saturday. Saturday was my official in-home launch party. I've got a Lula room here in my house. That's where I am right now. Got all my inventory here. Just super easy. I put a sign out in my yard. I had to play the cookies, but nobody even knew they were here. Honestly, people come for the clothes. So I had my in-home launch for about 3 hours yesterday. Had a lovely friend come and do my makeup, which was nice, and did really well yesterday. It just takes a few customers, honestly, to really get things going. So had a lot of sales yesterday. I did a Facebook Live last night. Wasn't as successful as my first one. Not as successful. Not as much interaction, not as many viewers. So I'm kind of examining that to see what I need to change. If I need to change the time, if I need to change how I'm presenting things. But regardless, I am here to say, at the end of my first week of being a LuLaRoe retailer, I have sold over $3,000 in my first week, which I am thrilled with. For some reason, kind of coming into this, I had a goal in my mind, not like maybe I could sell like $5,000 a month. And now I'm seeing, well, that's definitely a realistic goal, and I can push past that as well. Now, yes, I've made over $3,000, but right now I'm putting it all back in. I'm putting it all back in my business. And that is another thing that as this first week has gone on, I've realized the importance of setting goals. I really didn't have any goals coming into this, and I was flying by the seat of my pants, just selling things and not knowing really what my plans were. So that over $3,000 that I've sold has gone right back into inventory. My first goal is to grow my inventory, what I currently have, to at least 10 pieces in every size. LuLaRoe released a capsule this week, the Mommy and Me capsule, that's so tempting, and I wanted to do it, but my husband and I sat and talked, and it's just not the smart thing for us to do right now. Because I'm still working on beefing up my sizes so I can have stuff available for everyone when they come and shop. And so I'm not taking on another style right now until I can get what I have beefed up. So first goal is 10 pieces in every size for every style that I have. After I do that, I'm going to start focusing on paying off my initial investment. We did take out a loan for me to do this, so that's going to be my next goal, is to start replacing inventory as I sell it, and then taking the rest of my profit and just putting it back on the initial investment. So once I get about halfway there, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to add on another style. So I've already got a style in mind that I want to add on. So hopefully that's going to happen sooner rather than later. So I'm going to add on a new style, get 10 pieces in that style, and then I'm going to focus some more on paying off that investment. And once I've paid that investment off is when I can really start rolling with this. Then I can start paying myself for what I'm doing, and add on other styles slowly. You know, it hurts. Like, it hurts every time somebody asks me, well, do you have the Amelia? Do you have the kids line? And I don't yet. And I want to have it because I want to sell it to them. But it all takes time. It all takes time, and I'm trying to be smart about this and the way that I go about this. So this week, things are really, really going to kind of hit a routine here for me. I've got an in-home pop-up booked. I've got an album sale with a few hostesses booked. I'm doing that multi-consultant sale again, and then I'm doing a Facebook Live, and that's pretty much going to be my routine from here on out. So I'm interested to see this week how that works out.